How's it going, guys? It's John. This is another Lost Ark video. We're talking about the collectibles in Tortoyk. So for Tortoyk, the too long didn't watch. Man, I'm gonna be honest, this zone sucks. Probably the best spot you want to be farming name mobs is like right here. There's a big ass crow right here, and there's another one over here, and there's another one over here. The reason why this is probably the best spot is because there's also some big giant mutant plants that you can kill. So while you're killing the crows, you can kill the plants also. This zone honestly just sucks. You're gonna see that spot, even that spot's like kind of like, kind of shit, but that's how it is, man. This zone sucks. Okay, so for the rest of you guys, we are talking about these collectibles in the adventure tome here. We're not talking about the cocoa seeds. The quick collectibles 101 is collectibles can drop from any mob in the zone. Normal mobs, elite mobs, which are the horned icon on your minimap. They're like a gray horned icon. And then named mobs, which are the ones that have like an orange border, they glow orange kind of. The meta is you want to be killing name mobs because name mobs have a higher chance to drop collectibles than normal and elite mobs do. And then lastly, you can always go over to the market and you can buy all of these right here under Adventures Tome. Most of this stuff is super cheap, particular Tortoyk. A lot of the stuff is like dirt cheap. You could probably buy all the Tortoyk stuff for like less than 100 gold or something like that. At least as of April 2022. Who knows? If you're watching this in the future, maybe Amazon finally banned all the bots and the prices are a lot higher. I don't know. Okay, so I'm not even going to bother to show you the in-game map like usual because this is the only zone we're going to be talking about. So I'm just going to show you the map that I made. So this is the spot I was talking about in the too long didn't watch. We have 3 crows right here. They're these giant crows. We're going to look at them right now after I show this map. It's probably better to go back and forth between these 2 crows. There also is some of the giant monster plants that you can kill. They're like these little fairy guys. But then on this side, there's some of the giant monster plants. You should kill them too as you're cycling between these. You could probably cycle between these 2 back and forth and they should respawn. Maybe go to the 3rd one. I don't know. Up here, you can also farm. The problem with these giant crows is there's not really any ads that are with them. They're just kind of on their own. This would probably be the one that you want to farm up here. This is the 2nd spot. You can kill a giant crow here, and then there's like a vine that you can climb up and down to kill the 2nd one, and you just go back and forth between the 2. They're really close by. You do have to climb up the vine, but the reason why it's not as good as this middle part is because they don't have ads. They're just by themselves. And then the last 2 areas over here, down south of this middle waypoint, there's a ton of the pirates here you can kill. They're only normal mobs. There's no name mobs there, so it's probably not as good as these, farming spots where you're killing name mobs. But there's just so many mobs here. Maybe it will equal about the same drop rate because you're just killing so many normal mobs. And then over here at the Ivy Nest, there's a ton of bees there. Same thing. Really good mob density. I noticed a shitload of bots, though, at Ivy's Nest. So if you're watching this and the bots have not been killed yet, you might not even be able to farm at Ivy's Nest because there's so many fucking bots that are just sitting there. Okay, so we're over here at the first spot. Always remember, you gotta ignore these guys with the little icon above their head because they don't drop any loot. So just ignore those ones. So see, here's the first guy. And look, we got a nice bot who's chilling here farming him. Then you come over here a little bit to the east and see, here's the other crow. See, these are the little fairy dudes I was talking about. So you should kill these guys too while you're farming this crow. And then coming over here to the west, there is another crow over here. See, these are the giant plant guys I was talking about. You should kill them too because, hey, you might get a drop for a collectible drop from them. You never know. Yeah, just pretty much just cycle between those 3 spots. Okay, so here's the other spot I was talking about. This is the 2nd spot. We got 1 crow right here. You kill them, and then you can just climb up these vines. And then up here, there's another crow. So you could probably kill them and just go back and forth. You're going to have to wait like 15-20 seconds anyways for the respawn. So, I mean, climbing up the vine is not really that big of a deal because you're going to have to wait anyways. Okay, and then we're back here at the center. This is that other spot I was talking about, the 3rd area. This is strictly only normal mobs right here south of the waypoint. But there is a pretty decent amount of them. We got the ants, and then we also have the pirates. Pretty much all in this area right here. So yeah, you could just pool like pretty good amount, like almost the whole area, or at least half the whole area, and kill them all. That's pretty good. It's like 20 guys, 30 guys, something like that. So if you can't farm the name mobs, if there's people farming or there's bots or something, you could farm in this spot. Okay, and then lastly, we're over here at the Ivy Nest. Like I said, this is a really good spot, but let's see, are there bots here? Yep, there's bots here. Look at that. This is another really good spot, as you can see. That's why they're fucking farming here. We got 3 bots here. You probably won't be able to farm this spot if there's bots here. Try switching channels, I don't know. Or, like I said, if you're watching this in the future and they killed all the bots, this would be another really great spot to farm. Only problem is there's no name mobs here. They're all normal mobs. So keep that in mind. And then lastly, if you can't farm in the open world and you want to go farm in a dungeon instead, you gotta go to Pirate Den. That would probably be your best bet. The only problem with Pirate Den is this whole beginning part when you're tiny and just going through that whole thing. It's kind of annoying, but I feel like it's worth it because once you actually get to the second part of the dungeon, there's a shitload of pirates that you have to kill as you make your way to the boss. Like, probably once you get to, like, this last section right here, you could probably play your song to get out and restart the dungeon, because I don't feel like there's that many mobs here. But, yeah, this second part, there's a shitload of pirates you gotta kill, like, 100 or 200 almost. There's a fuckload of pirates. So if you're okay with just doing that beginning part where you're tiny, you know, it would be worth doing this dungeon, but, hey, I don't blame you. That beginning part is fucking long, and it would be annoying to have to do that, you know, 20 times or something like that as you farm this dungeon. So yeah, that's it guys for the video. Thanks for watching. I hope it helped you get all your collectibles. And don't forget, I made maps. I made one map, because the other zones, there actually is no other name mobs in any of the other zones. There is some good spots like in other zones, especially the last zone over there by the giant, Tortoyk, where there is a lot of normal mobs you can farm, but the only place where you can get named mobs is here in Sweetwater Forest. So it's like, hey, you want to go to the zones and farm normal mobs? Be my guest, go for it. I still think that it's better to just farm the couple of named mobs just because they have such a high drop rate for collectibles. I still think it outweighs farming a ton of normal mobs. But yep, that's it guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.